Wanted to talk to you today about how to set up one of my go-tos, Texas rig. And for those of you that are experienced with fishing, you're gonna want to skip this one. But for those of you that aren't, or maybe you're starting off, watch. I think a lot of times when anybody posts stuff, we just assume people know what we're talking about. One of my good buddies was actually talking to me about the stuff I've been posting, and he was like, man, I like the page, I like what you're doing, but I don't know what the terminology is. So I wanted to take a second and really strip it down and just talk about what a Texas rig is, why I like it, how to rig it up, how to use it. So that's what we'll be doing. All right, people, we are live from the tailgate, Tailgate Tackle Talk. First thing you're gonna wanna do is your knot. Before you do your knot, right here, this is a tungsten flipping weight, is what we have. You're just gonna slide that on the line like so. Right here, skinny end to the top. And you can run a Texas rig weightless. Also, more times than not, 90%, I'm putting a weight on it because I want to get down there to the bottom. But in more finesse type situations, that weightless will come through for you. The type of knot I'm going to be tying, you know, this hook's got a little scrap line on it. This is called a Palomar knot. And this knot, super easy. Learn it. It puts 2 strands of line through your hook instead of 1. So very strong knot, very easy to tie. So what you're gonna do is run your string through the eyelet, like that. And this is where it gets a little different. Now you're gonna run it back through and double it. So it should look like this, is what you'll have through your hook. The next step, let me turn it so we can work here. I'm gonna get a little more line in here actually. I like to have a good little bit here on the loop end to give me room. And you're gonna tie just a very basic loop, swoop, and pull overhand knot. You wanna go around both of the main line and the tag end here. So here, you're gonna pull this through, look like this. Now this part, you wanna run the hook itself through the bigger hole created by that overhand knot. Pull it up, so it's gonna look like that. And you kinda wanna make sure that loop is up here and not getting caught. And then you're just gonna pull it and cinch her on down. Watch, boom, cinch right up. Next thing simple, you just wanna trim that tag in. If you're like me, this is how I trim, don't try this at home. Bite. And this is what it will look like. Right there, nice clean knot. Remember we got our weight here. It's gonna look like this. Okay, that is your basic setup for a Texas rig. As far as hook itself, I like to run a 3/0. This is an offset one. With that, it's really preference based. So, next thing we're going to want to do is put some bait on here. Any soft plastic will work with a Texas rig. The one I have handy right here, this is a Googan Trench Hog in black and blue. Absolutely killer bait. It's standard brush hog style of bait. And what you're gonna do, you wanna take your hook, run it through the tip of the bait, about a 1/2 inch or so, pull it through, work it up the shank of the hook, rotate it, so it's laying like that, pull it all the way up to the eyelet, went a little far, it's a used plastic, so it'll be sitting like this. Now, this is where it becomes fisherman friendly. When you Texas rig, you're actually making your hook weedless. So what you're gonna do, instead of just grabbing it and poking it wherever, lay your bait on the shank of the hook and try to measure where it's gonna be. So I'm seeing about where that hook point is gonna be. So I want to push it a little bit through the body and just allow it to sit, just like that. And that is how you would rig this. So when you're throwing it, this weight is gonna carry you down to the bottom, and you're not gonna have to worry about rocks or sticks or weeds, whatever, because we made it weightless. Now, versatility wise, same thing works with any other type of bait. Let's see if I got anything in the back of my truck. It's a nightmare back here. Oh yeah, here we go. So right here is a Senko for us. I'm gonna rig it up just to show you what it would look like. Once again, through the head of it, 1/2 inch, pull it up, rotate all the way up the eyelet, like so. Measure where it will be, lay it out, and then into the worm and let it lay right there. Nice, straight, streamlined presentation. The versatility, like I said, any soft plastic will work on this. A big thing to know with a Texas rig is you can do pretty much any kind of weight on here. I like to start with about 1/8 and figure out what the fish want. The one I have on is 1/4, but you can run it all the way to 1/2 or 3/4 or a whole. One thing I will say, the bite timing on a Texas rig, it's always on the way down. So that might be on the initial cast. You're gonna wanna watch that line. You're gonna wanna look for any movement, any pulls. And then when you're jerking it, not jerking it because that would be really intense, bouncing it, rigging it, if you will, watch as that bait falls back down for any action to happen. This is where I wanted to start, because if I had to pick one setup to catch fish on any given time of year, it would be something on a Texas rig. So in the next video, I can't go fishing today, and I really wanted to talk fishing because of that. Next time I get out, I will be throwing some Texas rig baits and see what we can come up with. All right, guys, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Peace.